Sushil Thomas. I'm a co-founder and CEO at Arcadia Data. Before Arcadia, I was at Asta Data for a while. We got acquired into Teradata. And from Teradata, a few of us started Arcadia, right? And the problem we saw, or the opportunity we saw at Asta Data and at Teradata, was that more and more the largest customers of these traditional data warehousing platforms were beginning to get more and more of these data lakes in place. At the time, it was all in Hadoop. Now, more and more, they're moving to S3, to Azure, to all of these data lakes, where they collect all of this organizational data from different sources, put it all in one place. That problem has primarily been solved over the last 5 to 10 years. If you look at how Hotmail is doing, how Cloudera is doing, how MapR is doing. But what remains unsolved and what Arcadia works on is getting business value from that data, right? So great, you've collected all that information in one place, you've done some governance stuff on it, you've figured out the correlations, you've cleaned that data up. Now, how do you connect your business users to that data? How do you build out these genuine use cases from your data? And before Arcadia, the solution has very much been, let's move a little bit of that information into a data warehouse, into a data mart, into a cube, work on these traditional BI solutions that work with it. With Arcadia, what you get is direct access to all of your data assets directly from your web browser, self-service for your non-technical business users. So there's a lot of use cases where access to all the information, access to the granular information does not matter, right? So if you just look at, if you're trying to understand quarterly sales of your company and not wanting to understand the details there, right, for reporting purposes, then it doesn't matter. But there's so many use cases where the scale of the data matters, granular access to every bit of that information matters. Going back to the quarterly sales example, if you're a retail company, you want to break down your sales by exactly which store locations are doing well versus badly. You want to correlate that with location information around all sorts of like population growth trends in that location your stores are in. Understanding customer segments that live there, like are there millennials or retirees who live there. If you want to correlate all of this information and look at that granular level of access, that's when you start needing Arcadia, right? So when we work with organizations, they're used to either having almost no access to live data or having access to very small amounts of summarized information live, right? But no organizations before Arcadia get direct, live, smart access to all of their data resources that are available, right? So what we enable for them is that agility to work with all of the data that they've already been collecting, to get deep insight from them that helps them do their day-to-day job a whole lot better. And because we target a very wide segment of users within the company, each user builds a customized view of that data that makes sense for what they care about every day, right? So you don't end up with just these exec level dashboards. Every single user in your organization has their own dedicated set of views into what's happening in the company. And that's what's really powerful, right? So your company moves from being challenged by data to being excited by data and to being so agile, like because of all the stuff that they can do with their data.